Hello and welcome to Topham Chats, the show where I chat to various members of the Rooster Teeth community. My guest this week is Jake. Hey Jake, how are you?
Good, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's get straight into it, right?
Sounds good.
I'll start as I start every week. Rooster Teeth or Achievement Hunter?
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, difficult question to start off.
Yeah, that's hard. Can I say Funhouse? Am I allowed to say Funhouse?
Yeah, you're allowed to say that. Seeing as that's
I'm gonna go with Funhouse. I don't wanna it seems like a daddy mommy kinda, like I don't wanna choose between the two, so I'll go with Funhouse.
You go with a new child to the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't pick between mom and dad.
Fair enough. Yeah, Funhouse have been doing some fun things.
Oh, dude, they're fantastic. I've been watching them for I think 2 years now. I watched them back when they was inside Halo. And now that they've grown, obviously, I find them to be hysterical. They have the same kind of humor I do, so every time I watch a video, I end up peeing my pants. They're fantastic.
Cool. Yeah, it's been well, I've only just discovered them, basically. And so
You should watch their older content. They have some really good stuff on that old channel.
I'm definitely going to try, but I kind of run out of time too easily.
Yeah, no, I know it. Being an adult sucks, man.
I know, it's so difficult, but
it's terrible.
What are you going to do? So how did you discover Rooster Teeth and Achievement Hunter? Did you discover them back when it was just Red versus Blue and shorts, or
Yeah, so I discovered Red versus Blue. I discovered Rooster Teeth through Red vs. Blue. I think I saw Red vs. Blue Season 2, Episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
A friend in school showed me it, and at the time I loved Halo. I tried to get into competitive, so I was I was always on YouTube, or not YouTube, whatever it was back then. And whatever the YouTube thing was, the video thing. Sorry, I'm rumbling right now. I don't even know what I'm saying.
That's fine.
And so I was always trying to find like new tactics in Halo and whatever, and he showed me that, and I just laughed, and I thought it was amazing, and that's how I found Rooster Teeth. Achievement Hunter I didn't find until kind of late in the game. I think it was around the time Ray got hired. So I would say maybe Minecraft Episode 1 was probably the time I started getting into Achievement Hunter.
Okay, cool. It's yeah, one of those things, like, I knew that they were doing Achievement Hunter things, and there were things that popped up on the main channel, and just be like, oh, that's just gameplay. And I never really, clocked on that it was something that they're, aggressively pursuing like they did. And
it's something weird because I don't remember what game it was, but I used an achievement guide of theirs, and then when I started watching their stuff more and more, I realized that those were the people I used to use for achievement guides. And I never put the connection together. But yeah, so I mean, I guess I've been using them for years, but I really started watching when they started doing Minecraft.
Cool. So was it around that time that you jumped into the community site and set up a profile there?
So I didn't know they had a community site.
Okay, cool.
I think, I want to say it was a video Axiomat did. I'm obviously not the brightest person ever. I don't remember what I ate for breakfast this morning, and breakfast was like 2 hours ago. But it was a video Axiomat did. I don't remember what video, but I saw it, and then at the end it said, go to achievementhunter.com for more tips, tricks, and guides. And I went, and that's how I found out it had a community site, and from there I started making community hunter videos and all that jazz. And that's how I met you. And now we're doing this.
Yeah. So did you just start immediately? You were like, oh, community hunter, that's the thing. Jump straight in. Or
I was a lurker for a few months. I was always nervous because I knew I wasn't gonna do anything major. But I've always wanted to do something in video games, and then when I had enough money to get a capture card, I kind of lurked. I learned some things from a few people that used to do it and don't do it anymore, or some people that still do it, like Jeremy and Matt and Reached or Trevor.
Yeah, Trevor.
And so from there, I kind of made a list, and I was like, all right, this is what I have to work on. And then once I got kind of comfortable, I started to jump into it. So I'd say I was around for like 4 or 5 months lurking, and then I started making videos.
Cool. So how did you get started? What game did you go for, and did you coke on with other people and get in on theirs and just try and get started with them, or did you do yourself?
The first video I made was an achievement guide in I think Call of Duty Black Ops 2. It was awful. It was probably if I listen to it now, my ears will bleed. So I don't recommend watching that video. It was bad. I think midway through the video I spilt soda and I just kept going, and it was just really awkward. But I didn't do any co-coms until it became necessary.
Oh, okay.
Like when it was more of like a you have to do it kind of thing.
Yeah, until it became mandatory, it was just like, oh, you can do them solo.
Yeah, because I didn't really know anybody in the community yet.
Oh, okay.
And then I met Trevor, and then I met other people in the community. I met Cove, and so I started to get more comfortable with people.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the first, I'd say, first 20 videos, first maybe 15, it was just me, and it was really bad.
Fair enough. So, when the rule came in that it was mandatory, who did you turn to aside from like Trevor? Was it just anyone that would co-con with you, or was it specifically a group of people?
I think, oh man, God, you're asking me to remember stuff. I can't remember anything.
I'm trying.
No, so it was me and Trevor for a while.
Okay.
I think I don't remember how we met. I think he made an achievement guide and I made an achievement guide for the same achievement.
Ah, right.
And we kind of like, oh, I mean, I won't put it up if you don't, like, if you put it up, I won't put it up. And it kind of went back and forth for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then we started talking. And then I have to say, probably 50% of my videos are with Trevor, and I'm up to 200 something.
Yeah.
So it was just strictly Trevor for a while. And then I started to meet more people, and I started to get comfortable with other people, and so I moved on. I mean, I'm not saying I moved on. Trevor's a great guy. But then I started doing stuff with other people as well as him, and now that he's hired, I obviously don't do videos with him anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I don't really have a group now. It's just if I need somebody, I'll message somebody that I have and that's available, and I'll do a video with them.
Ah, cool. So what kind of videos do you do now? Is it's still achievement guides, or are you doing more things to do in?
So I guess I kind of had like I kind of went through stages of my community hunter life, I guess I'll say. I mean, that sounds stupid as all hell, but
it makes sense to me.
I started off strictly achievement guides. I was scared to do things to do-ins. I didn't want to like do an idea that people thought was stupid, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So from there, when I started getting comfortable with making videos, I moved on to just strictly things to do-ins. Like, I think there was a period in time where I just did videos for weeks that were all things to do-ins. And now, there hasn't been many games coming out, so I kind of just moved back into just Easter eggs, just strictly Easter eggs. Ever since I was a kid, all I liked to do in video games was explore.
Mm-hmm.
I hated following what a game wanted me to do, and I liked breaking games. So now I just stick to discovering stuff, just going around and finding Easter eggs, whether they're old or new. But yeah, so I'd say mostly Easter egg videos now.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
Who've your favorite people to work with been recently? Yeah, just give them a shout
Recently?
out, I guess.
So I'd say Riles. Riles, I guess, is Riles lives or Riles lives on the site.
Yeah.
He hates when I say that. But, yeah, Riles is a nice guy.
Cool.
D Benitez is a great guy. One of the nicest guys I've ever met.
Uh-huh.
And I just started doing videos with Omni Phillips, who's a nice guy. Leo Hashi is a good kid.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, actually, I know 3 of the 4 people you've said, so I'm
Yeah,
kind of like, I know these people.
Everybody's nice
Yeah,
on
they
the
are.
site. But yeah, I mean, I'm still trying to get into working with more and more people. But there are a lot of people who are they like to work with who they know, and they're not open to change yet.
Yeah.
So, as time goes on, there's more and more people coming in every day, more and more people leaving every day. So it changes, but those are the main guys right now.
Ah, cool. Yeah, it's interesting how the community flows and things go from like just. I don't know what I'm trying to say now. Like, some people just pass through and
life. Yeah.
do a few things and then go off and do other things, whereas some people are just like mainstays of the community.
Well, yeah, like, people get jobs. They don't have as much time for this kind of stuff anymore. This is more of people. I guess some people take it more as like a thing to do when you're bored.
Uh-huh.
Other people take it a little bit more seriously.
Yeah.
I found my way kind of like maybe in the middle, where if I'm busy but I'm bored, then I'll do it. I'm not gonna clear my whole schedule to do this anymore like I used to, because priorities and life and college and girls and whatnot. But I mean, yeah, I guess some people take more, I want to say, pride in doing this than others. So people just kind of pass through. There will be a lot of people on the site who only do a video and never come back. But then there will be people who don't stop making videos, like me and Hightower.
Yeah.
And Hybrid, as an example. I think we're the 3 people who are still constantly making videos that have been around for years. And I say what?
Yeah, I say what as well. Yeah, I was going to mention him just because. Yeah,
great guy.
I think
all
he's
of them.
I
They're
think
all
I
great
say
guys.
what's the only one I've got left that like of the community hunters that I'm like explicitly aware of right now. That's doing loads of things, but yeah.
You know, Hightower is still still around, and the hybrid.
Yep.
He's went through a couple name changes, but you know they're all great guys. They're very passionate. I guess I would put them more as the people who are doing this in a more serious tone because they're putting out videos weekly.
Yeah.
On a day, like an exact day basis. I think they're putting out Plot Twist every Friday.
Every Friday, yeah.
Yeah, so they're doing very good. I give them props all the way through. Their videos are fantastic. I love Plot Twist. I don't know if you saw the video, the hashtag Dan the Man.
That was possibly the like, not to like take anything away from anyone else, but I think that's probably my favorite video on the Community Hunter channel.
Yeah, I don't think I ever laughed so hard during a community video, especially because it caught me off guard. I was in a bio lecture when my friend sent me the link, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, what is this? And I just started dying. I thought that video was amazing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing about I Say What is he's not very. I don't want to say he's not average because that seems kind of fucked up to say, but his mindset is definitely different than everybody else's. Because me personally, the only way I could have thought of that idea is if I was tripping on acid. But yeah, you know, his videos are very different than what you see on the Community Hunter channel on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, definitely. And
yeah, I like that.
When I went down to where did I go? Oh, I went down to London like at the end of December, and I met up and Hybrid and James, I Say What, they were there together, and like we were all in like a big group, and anytime we left the two of them alone, they'd be talking about Plot Twist and what they wanted to do with it. And it's just like, yeah, those guys just have that determination and they know what they're trying to achieve with those videos. It's just like,
yeah, they are extremely dedicated individuals. And you know, I wish I was that dedicated. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm not dedicated because I mean I am. I try to put out every other day now.
Yeah.
There was a while where I put video out every day of the week. But you know, I guess they just have more free time than I do because I don't have enough time in the day to sit down and think of ideas like hashtag Dan the Man. Or I don't know if you ever saw the video, what was it called? This is
yes.
With the Goat Simulator video.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
There's no way you could come up with that thing unless you're high on some sort of illegal drug.
Wow.
Because that is just crazy. I couldn't even fathom the fact that he thought of all that crazy stuff. But you know, good for him.
Some people are just like crazy creative in ways you just cannot fathom.
I am apparently not a creative person because I couldn't come up with anything even remotely close to that. I thought the funniest thing I ever did was draw a picture of an assassin eating a piece of cake and put that in a video, and that wasn't even funny. That was the most uncreative thing I've ever done.
Crazy. Well, Community Hunter's actually like so strong. It's really strong at the moment. There are loads and loads of videos coming out, and it's great to see. Like, and there are videos that do better than others, but just seeing everyone working together and like there being lots and lots of different videos, it's great.
Yeah, I think people are in it for different reasons. You'll definitely see that there are people who do it because they like to make videos.
Yes,
like I would say, you know, like the hybrids and the I Say What's. But then there are people, I'm not going to say any names, but there are people who do it just so that Achievement Hunter would notice.
Yes.
And I think that's kind of the I think that's kind of the wrong reason to do it.
Definitely. But
you should want to make the videos because you're having fun, you're meeting new people. And I mean, everybody wants, you know, a job because they see that Jeremy and Matt and Trevor got hired through that. But there's definitely people who are in it just strictly for that, and that's the wrong reason to be in it. But there are definitely some people who are very, very determined and very dedicated and love doing it.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see. It is definitely cool to see that so many people are kind of coming together under one roof to make these videos. And to be honest with you, some of these videos that I've seen on this channel are some of my favorite videos on YouTube.
Yeah, definitely. Some of them are absolutely incredible. Like the I can't remember which one it was. It was one of the Saints Row 3 videos that Hybrid did. It was one of his first videos as well. And he explicitly mentioned on like the chat that I had with him that is like nobody should watch that video ever. So I went and watched it because obviously who wouldn't? And he did it with his brother as well, who sounds like identical to him.
Oh yeah,
and I'm
they
just
sound
like, that's like the
identical.
funniest video. They're just like they're just so ridiculous. It's crazy.
Everybody is just a very creative bunch of people, and I find that to be very cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, there's definitely people who are in it for the wrong reasons, and I mean, if it works out for them, good for them. But if not, you kind of
they shouldn't be disheartened from it at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Well, what other things do you see around the community site that aren't necessarily community hunter related, or is that your main focus when you're on the Rooster Teeth site?
I guess it's more of my main focus. I used to be a lot more integrated when I had time.
Yeah.
You know, now I'm in college. I'm a pre-med student, so I have no time to even sleep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But when I'm on the site, you know, I like to look at... A lot of people are very good artists on the site, which is amazing, because that's something I really wish I could do.
I think it's something a lot of people on the site wish they could do, but other people actually can do it, and it's just like, oh, great.
Some of the people on the site are legitimately insane. One person I look at in particular, when she puts art up, is Tara Oles. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Tora. Yeah.
Tora.
She does the
plot twist
logo. Ones,
yeah, and her art is fantastic. I also like Luke McKay. He does the
he used to do the comics.
Artsy comics.
Yeah,
Awesome. I like watching.
He's doing his own comic at the moment as well, isn't he? Like on his own site. I
think so, and
cool.
he does fantastic art. I just wish I could do stuff like that. You know what I mean? I get kind of envious.
Yeah. Well, there's always things you can't do that you wish you could, but you know that's the way it's gonna be.
I also listen to some of the podcasts that people do.
Yeah, there's a lot
of
them
Forum Thread podcast. Respawn Ruckus, I think, is another one.
It is Seaman XP and a bunch of others.
Yeah, Seaman. Good friend of mine too.
Cool.
He's another one that hasn't been around for. He hasn't been around in a while, but yeah, I used to do videos with him as well.
Cool. Yeah, there's loads of podcasts around. We've actually already talked about a whole bunch, like on other ones that on this podcast, like other times. There's just so many around that it's just absolutely wonderful as well.
Everybody in the community is creative in one way.
Yeah. Someone posted the other day. I was just like, I was there. He was like, I don't know how to be creative. I can't draw and all this. I was like, why do you have to be creative, like artistically? Why don't you be creative in whatever field you're good in? Like, why don't you write something? Why don't you, if you're doing science, why don't you try and think of something abstract and just go like that? It's
like me, I am probably the most untalented person you'll ever meet. But I find that making a video is somewhat creative. I mean, you have to learn how to use an editing software. I spend making a video. I mean, realistically, it isn't that hard to do. But I go up and above, and I don't mean to brag, but like I spend a lot of time editing my videos so that they're exactly up to the standard that I want them to be in.
Yeah.
So making a video could, in reality, take me like 15-20 minutes, but I spend sometimes up to an hour editing like a 2-minute video.
Yeah.
Just because I really want to get it perfectly. So I find, you know, there's definitely ways to be creative. Everybody is creative in some sort of way.
Yeah.
And the RT site is definitely the home for creativity.
Definitely, yeah. It's like when you're making a video, you just got to make sure you get the right shot or something like that. Especially in like a game engine as well. It's easy to move like cameras around or just make sure you're in the right place, and you've got to make sure that you get the right bit of action of it as well. So it's just
yeah. And even with Audacity, like with my audio, a lot of people just sync up the audio and leave it. Me, I edit the hell out of my audio, because I guess I'm my biggest critique.
Yeah.
And so I hate everything I put out, to be honest with you. But you know, people like it, so I try to make the best of what I have.
Try to keep going. Yeah, like on this podcast, like I insist that everyone has like records themselves, or I at least set it up so I can record everyone. And it's one of those things I'll go through. If I know I wasn't feeling good or I coughed at this point, I will cut that out. I will smooth all the audio, and I will do.
And you'll see a lot of people leave that stuff in, and I mean that doesn't bother me because I know for a fact that if I hiccup or if I hit my desk even slightly, that's getting cut from the video. Because I want it to seem as professional as possible, even though I'm probably the most unprofessional person. But just the illusion that it's professional is good enough for me.
Yeah, definitely. That's how I feel about the stuff I put out as well.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna ask you what kind of games you've been playing recently, and have you been playing anything for fun?
Okay, so games I've been playing recently. I just bought Saints Row: Gat Out of Hell.
Oh, okay.
Which is, Would I recommend it? No. But if you're a big fan of Saints Row, why not? It's an okay game. I would say I'm playing that for fun. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft with friends from home.
Ah, okay.
I actually been playing Minecraft with my sister,
Cool.
which is a little weird. My sister is what, 10 now, and my family bought an Xbox, so we've been playing some Minecraft together. I haven't seen them in a while, and I'm playing Shadows of Mordor, which is fantastic so far.
Ah, cool.
And I'm loving the hell out of that game.
Yeah, I keep seeing people saying good things about that game. And
I was very skeptical about it at first. I'm not the biggest Lord of the Rings fan, and it to me it feels like a Batman, Arkham Knight, or Arkham City and Assassin's Creed kind of like crossover.
Yeah.
Just with like a Lord of the Rings skin on it. It's a pretty good game. I would definitely recommend it. It's definitely different too.
it was built
The
to
whole
be a
Nemesis system.
Batman game, if I remember correctly.
I think you're right. And then they have it has like climbing elements from Assassin's Creed. You could tell that the climbing and the jumping off buildings is ripped straight from Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
But it's a great game. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I'm maybe an hour, I'd say 2 hours into the game, so I'm not terribly far. That definitely could change. It could just drop off and be the shittiest game in the world. But at the moment, I'm enjoying the hell out of it.
Ah, awesome. Well, I guess we've reached the point in the show where I'll get you to ask me a question, and then, we'll see what happens from there.
Okay, so I'm gonna go for the most original question of the day. Is the dress blue and black, or is it white and gold?
You see, now I see that it's blue and gold, and that's...
You see blue and gold.
I see blue and gold, yeah. So
That is weird as hell. You're a weirdo.
yeah, I know, right? So, like, I saw it, I was like, I just didn't understand what was going on. Like, not at all. Like, well, it all happened, like, over, like, the 2 days during the week when I just did not have any free time at all.
Right.
And so, yeah, I just saw it. I was like, oh, that's...
So it was weird. I
Great.
had the girl across the hall from me. She knocked on my door and she said, "Come out. I want to show you something." So I said, "Okay." Obviously, I thought for a totally different reason. And then she showed me her phone and she showed me a picture of a dress and she said, "What color is this?" And I said, "It's blue and black. Like, I mean, what do you want?" She was like, "No, it's white and gold." So I came into my room. I looked it up, and I saw the dress, and it was white and gold. And I refreshed the page, and it turned blue and black in front of my eyes within like a half a second.
Oh, dear.
And then I kind of went through like the human, like, oh my god, something's wrong with me. Like, I think I'm fucked up in the head. And then it turns out that it's just like the way you're, like, the mood you're in at that time or something like that.
Yeah, it is
And,
the way
like,
the light
lighting.
reflects off of it and all the different
It's
shenanigans.
so weird. And it blew up. Like, that destroyed the internet.
Yeah, I know. It's just like I've heard enough things about it. Like, I'd heard about it on, I don't know, a podcast or something like that before I'd seen it. Like, that's how much, like,
It's so
how
weird.
it invaded
And
everything. I was like, what?
it's such a weird thing how such a small, little, tiny thing could have such a big impact on people. Because I was going on Twitter, and I mean, I don't use Twitter very often. I only use it to, like, talk to friends or show friends videos and whatever. And scrolling down my feed, all I see is, wow, I might be fucked up in the head, and I see blue and black, and people were, like, seriously fighting about it. And I mean, I could understand why people would think they're fucked up in the head, because I was like, I think I might have to go to a mental institution.
Oh dear.
But yeah, it's weird as hell.
Crazy. Well,
What games are you playing?
oh, what games am I playing? I am playing
Yeah, I'm
Destiny.
curious. Okay.
And
How are you liking that?
I absolutely adore it. I play it
Do you?
too much. Yeah.
So that's another thing that's another game that broke the internet.
It's weird. Like, I just can't play it enough, and I just keep hearing people saying it's okay. I was like, but the
So-
gameplay's really good. And that's the part.
Are
I
you
enjoy.
playing PvP?
No, not at all.
So you're playing like the story.
Yep,
Okay. So
that's pretty enjoyable.
I guess I'm like me. I'm one of the people that's like right on the fence.
Uh huh.
I was always one of those people that was like, you know, Halo Reach is a good game, but it's not a good Halo game.
Uh huh.
And people are saying, you know, Destiny is the biggest piece of shit. It's not a piece of shit. It's a bad Bungie game, but it's a great game.
Yeah, it's still a good game that works, and it works.
And it works. It's beautiful as all hell.
Yep.
And it's fun. Like I mean, I don't play it as much as I used to. Like when it first came out, I think I was playing it day in and day out. Now it's kind of like I'll just jump in and play like a couple PvP matches. But that game is definitely something that people aren't happy about. What else are you playing?
I don't know. I think that's all I've played. I think I'm trying to play Transistor as well on PS4.
I haven't played that game.
And that is about it. Like, I just don't have enough time to really sit down. I've been like writing music all day as well, and it's just been like one of those days where I'm just like, I got up, made videos, just chat to people and played guitar, and
Yeah.
I've not had any time for gaming. But
see, you're having a productive day. Me, I woke up, I ate a Hot Pocket. I think I got on Minecraft for like 5 seconds, and then the power went out.
Oh.
And then the power came back on, and then I sat down and just looked at the wall for 5-10 minutes, and then now I'm here. So that's the thing that happened to me today.
Crazy. Well, Jake, thank you very much for being my guest this week.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. And where can we find you around the place? You're obviously on the Rooster Teeth site as Jake. And do you have Twitter?
That's something that confuses the hell out of people. When I say Jake in Community Hunter videos, I think they think that I'm just saying my name, but not my actual username. Yeah, my username is Jake. That's Jake. It's not like Yake or for you foreigners. You can find me on Xbox at J_L_AVANA, and I guess that's really it. I mean, you could look me up on Twitter. I don't even know my handle because I don't use it enough.
Nah, fair enough.
And that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a pretty basic guy.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much again for being my guest.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, no problem. And with that, thank you everyone for listening. Goodbye.
Peace.